Huma. Welcome to Dubai. It's so nice to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to come to Dubai.
Nice. Well, we'll get to talking about ZeeCinemaME and your experience with them, but let's go back in your journey and talk about that. Having grown up in Delhi, having watched movies in Paris cinema, did you ever think you're going to be on the big screen one day?
No, because I think for me, it was just such one of those fantasy dreams that you can just dream, but they don't really come true, right? One has to understand. Like, so my father runs a chain of restaurants, now a chain of restaurants, but when he started the business of Salim's 44 years ago, this is the 45th year, it was literally one guy making kebabs on a grill. Like, that is how my father really started. And today, of course, he's got 6-7 outlets all over Delhi NCR, but that's because, so I've really seen my father, like, and we moved from a one bedroom house to our current house where we live in GK1, and this has happened while I was in school. So, you know, so for me, like, my parents, no matter how, whether we had lots of money or little money or whatever, you know how it is in a business family, a young business family, they always never kept us wanting for anything. But they also gave us the very importance of value of money, value of hard work, the value of all these things. So for me, like, the film industry was such a dream. You know, how does one dream that dream? You know, how does one admit to yourself also you want to be a film actress? Because I used to feel कि if I tell my friends or my family, they'd probably laugh at me, saying, "Oh, तुमको heroine बनना है." You know what I mean? So it's that was the sort of a thing. So yeah, so I think it took me a lot of courage to first admit it to myself that this is what I really wanted to do, and then tell my family. So I never thought when I was watching those big films. Of course, I always felt like, what fun. But I think till I was in college first year, then I started doing theatre, and I started being on stage and look at people and the way they would laugh or clap or respond to you. Just that thrill was something else, and I think that's when the bug really bit me, saying, no, this is what I really want to do.
So that's what you pursue theatre in Gargi College, and you worked with N.K. Sharma as well. So did that help you? It came in handy, of course, when acting in film.
Oh, 100%. I was one of those enthu kids who wanted to do everything. I wanted to do debating, I wanted to do dramatics, I wanted to write the school newsletter, I wanted to be head girl. Like, I always wanted to do everything. So, you know, I was blessed also with parents and with teachers who really sort of, you know, encouraged my extracurricular behavior. I was a studious brat, if I can call myself that. So yes, so when I did college and Gargi happened and Gargi Theatre happened, and that's the time also I met a few friends. One of them is an actor now also, Rahul Bagga, and I think one of his girlfriend at that point was studying with me, and he used to come and meet her every day after college. So he told me, "Arey, tum log aao na, matlab we have a we're doing a play, we need some girls." So both of us went, and that's how I met Mr. N.K. Sharma, and he's been one of my most important teachers of my life and a huge mentor. And even now I look at him for a lot of advice, and you know, I know he takes great pride in my achievements as an actor, and I credit him entirely for my very formative years. Jab aapko kuch nahi pata hota, you meet somebody who tells you that, you have it, you have it in you. So that was very special, very, very special.
And as you called yourself a studious brat, you were academically very inclined. You were preparing for your IAS.
I lied actually. My parents were asking me, what do you want to do? And I didn't have an answer. You know, in that time you have to give an answer like, kya karna hai? To I want to be a doctor or an engineer, or I want to do something. So I said IAS because I said I want to do Indian Foreign Service. Because I thought at least I'll get to travel abroad. Like, I was so stupid. So I think that was something I told my parents to get out of studying science.
And then how did you actually convince them to go to Mumbai and, you know, try your hand at acting?
So my father is a very, when we were growing up, he was very strict with us. But he was also a softie. And I think out of all the kids in our house, I'm the one he has the softest corner for. So abhi bhi kisi ko kuch kaam hota to mujhe bolta hai, Huma should ask him. You know, because then I have a way of asking him, then he'll always say yes. And you know, if you see him, he's a very like stern looking patriarch. But wo mujhe mana nahi kar pate hain. So I remember telling him that, you know, I really want to pursue acting, and you know, I really think I'm good at it. And he was like, but you're so smart, you can do so much more with your life, and you know, what is this running and dancing around trees, and you know, you're my daughter, I always imagine you to do something more
intellectual,
more academic in your life. So I said, no, I don't know like if it'll happen or not, but I really want to give it a shot. Because if you don't let me, I mean, I'm not one of those kids who'll rebel or whatever. I won't do it, but maybe when I'm older, I'll play like mother roles or grandmother roles or something. So, and then I always regret that when I had a chance, you didn't even let me try. So I think he just started, like, he got tears in his eyes, like, okay, you know what, just go.
What emotional blackmail, yeah.
He said, go, give it a shot for a year. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, come back and study. I said, okay, done. Okay, bye. I took my bag and I ran.
Amazing. And here we are. You're doing so well in your life.
Thank you.
Doing so many such amazing
It's all
movies.
dua and blessings of parents. It's really that.
And your hard work, of course.
Hard work, of course, but I feel like everybody works hard and everybody's talented and everybody's beautiful. But I think the X factor that I think I have is the blessings of my parents, is the blessings of a lot of people in my life, you know, who've just done so much for me without wanting anything in return. I really owe a lot to them.
Amazing. So with ZeeCinemaME, you've done Mithya, you've done Valimai. Tell me about your experience of working with ZeeCinemaME.
Well, 2022 was a very special year for me. I finished 10 years in the business. I turned producer this year. Wow. By the end of this year, I'll have, I think, 6 releases. Finished a bunch of films. So it's been a very, very busy, very, very rewarding year. And it started with a bang with Zee5's Valimai. Yeah. You know, and then followed by Zee5's, Mithya. Both of them have done exceedingly well on the platform. So I'm really proud and honored of my association with them. And I hope, inshallah, that this association continues. And I do all my shows and all my films with them and make lots of money and lots of content for all my audiences.
Yeah, of course. You're doing great on social content. You're doing great on in movies for the big theatre. So we have Double XL coming up as well. Tell us about that.
A film very proud of. I think it's a film that's the need of the hour. I think, honestly, not even just needed. I think it was a film that had been made a few years ago, and I feel every young girl and every young boy will resonate with it, because I think at some level we all are so conscious about how we look and how much we weigh. And then whether it's social media or it's media in general or movies or songs or popular culture, they try and make us feel as if whoever we are and how we look, we're inadequate.
Yeah.
For some people, it's the weight. For some people, it could be skin color. For some people, it could be height. It could be anything. So, for me, it was important that we make this film and we talk to every young boy and girl and be like, you know, you're fine the way you are.
Yeah.
And you should love yourself and try and be the best version of who you are.
Yeah.
So what if you're 5 kgs heavier or lesser? So what if you're tall or short, or what your skin color is? What you have is unique and only you can offer to that to the world. So that's the story behind it, and it's essentially a film about dreams. About these 2 girls, through which we want to tell everybody कि सपने का size नहीं होता. सपना तो कम से कम दिल खोल के देखो.
बिल्कुल. सपनों की expiry date भी नहीं होती.
Exactly, exactly.
But nice. It's a really good message and very, very relevant. And I think it's been put together in a very light and a comical, fun way.
Yeah.
We've seen the trailer and it looks absolutely fab.
Thank you so much. No, it's a fun film. I feel यार serious picture नहीं बनानी. मतलब, you know, in the sense, like, at least I don't like watching very heavy stuff. Especially if you're telling somebody something which is good for them, then I feel nobody wants to see a documentary.
Yeah.
You know, we are all like songs and dancing and like comedy. So I think अगर वो comedy में कुछ या कुछ अच्छी entertaining film में कुछ आपने कुछ समझ की बात बता दी तो ज़्यादा वो register करती है. As opposed to writing an essay about it. Intense one about it, yeah.
Then the whole message is lost.
Then you're like, अरे चल ना पका मत.
Lecture मत दे.
Lecture मत दे.
But in your own free time and idle time, which you've had very less of in this year, but hopefully you'll have some, what do you like to watch? What kind of content do you prefer?
Everything. I watch everything. I love action movies. I love romantic films. I love shows. I love everything. I watch everything. I feel like you know, regional films or whatever, I feel like every film should be seen for what it is. Every piece of content should be seen for what it is, and I really enjoy it. Like, I mean, I saw Top Gun recently and I was like, I also want to do action like this. Like, how cool is that? Like, I mean, so I'm like a cinema buff. Every time I watch a good film, I get really inspired. It could be any genre, doesn't matter.
Tell me about your experience of working with Ajit sir.
Phenomenal. I think Ajit sir is one of the biggest stars we have in the country, and a thorough gentleman. It was my pleasure, honor to be working with him, and such an easy guy to work with. You know, I think every myth almost you've heard about him is true. I think it's even better because he is really special. And for me, the most special day was, I think, the day I met his family, you know, his wife and his children. And they're such a beautiful, bless them, touch wood, you know, bunch of people. And I think he deserves everything that he already has in his life and far more. He really is a true blue superstar.
But you yourself are so versatile when it comes to acting, the kind of roles that you do and everything. But I have a little rapid fire for you.
Is there a hamper?
We'll make one.
What is this? You know, everywhere we go, they make us play these rapid fires. Nobody's giving us any hampers.
Fini bana ke aayega. Z5 ka hamper.
No, love to I have anyway. Thoda kuch do.
Okay, we'll keep it really simple and fun. Okay. Tell me, if you get to play an actress from the retro era, who would it be?
Oh, so many. I would say Madhu Balaji.
Okay. Complete this sentence. Gangs of Wasseypur has...
Gangs of Wasseypur has all the ingredients of the perfect film that people will remember for all times.
Yeah. And has it changed your life?
It has completely changed my life.
Okay. What makes you happy? Good food or good company?
Good food with good company.
Salim's kebab rolls.
Kebabs. The mutton seekh. And the nihari. And the dal makhani with the butter naan. See Dad promoting.
Yeah. Okay, what was more challenging to play, a character with a no makeup look or playing a character that required you to gain more weight?
To gain more weight.
Yeah.
It was tough because no makeup, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. But I feel like gaining more weight was also because there were so many people around me constantly telling me, are you sure you want to do this?
Correct.
You know how hard it is to lose the weight. You know how difficult it is. Oh, you're a girl. For girls, it's harder. You've always been a big girl. Oh, you'll not get work after this. So that was harder. Yeah. It was harder to just shut all that noise out and be like, no, this is important for the film.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like so many people have done it before, but then still people try and hold you back. And every single time an actor has, I feel, really transformed the way they look. It could be either putting on weight or losing weight or doing something to themselves.
Yeah.
It's always paid off because people want to see something new. फिर हम लोगों को डराते क्यों actors को ये सब करने से?
I know, right?
मुझे तो बहुत डराया लोगों ने, बहुत डराया.
Yeah, I know, you're right. And जितना hard work और effort आप उसमें डालते हो, that shows up later and it pays off.
I put on 20 kilos for that film. Like people, I mean, the fear also is people see it and go like, oh my God, like yuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a big fear.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, you never want people to look at you and go like yuck. You want people to really. So for me, the challenge with XXL was that I want people to watch the film and still root for Archie. I want her dreams to come true. I want people to really pray for her, that her love story happens, that she falls in love, that she has a perfect life, that she deserves, despite her weight, as a person, to get whatever she wants in her life. That was my intention, at least.
Superb. Okay, just one more question. Well, you have worked with veterans, Rishi Kapoor, Nasiruddin Shah, even Irfan Khan. What is the one thing you admire about each of these?
That they are so unique and so unabashed in who they are. Just watching, and they're such, all of them are such distinct personalities. But they did something that was uniquely their own, and they didn't care about perfection. They just were who they were. They just are who they are.
True. They'll live forever.
And that's why they live forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Superb, Huma. I think it's been wonderful talking to you, and I could really go on, but I know there are people waiting in line to talk to you before you go back. But thank you so very much. It's been such a pleasure, and wishing you all the very best for all your future projects.
Thank you so much. You were wonderful. Thank you.
you.
Thank you.